Picture this, a vibrant riverside restaurant, filled with the clatter of dishes and the hum of carefree chatter. The sun glints off the water, families laugh, and life feels perfect until a scream shatters the calm. Two young boys teeter on the brink of a deadly river, their tiny hands slipping from safety. In that heart-pounding moment, a young black waitress, unnoticed by the elite crowd, dives into the chaos to save them. But what happens next isn't applause or gratitude. It's accusations, prejudice, and a battle that could destroy her. This is the story of Zara Thompson, a woman whose courage sparks a chain of shocking twists, dark secrets, and a fight for justice that will leave you speechless. Buckle up, hit that like button if you're ready for an emotional roller coaster, and comment below. Have you ever stood up when no one else would? Let's dive into a tale that'll keep you hooked until the very last second. The Riverside Bistro buzzed with the energy of a warm Saturday afternoon. Patrons savored artisanal dishes and crisp cocktails, their laughter mingling with the gentle lapping of the river below. Zara Thompson, a 29-year-old waitress with a quiet strength honed by years of struggle, wove through the tables, her tray balanced with practiced ease. Her dark curls were pulled back, her uniform crisp despite the humid air, and her eyes scanned the crowd for any need. Raised in a rough neighborhood where hope was hard-won, Zara had learned resilience from her mother, a single parent who worked grueling shifts as a cleaner. Do right, even when it's hard, her mother's voice echoed in her mind. Today, that lesson would face its ultimate test. Across the patio, Marcus Reynolds, a wealthy tech entrepreneur with a polished smile and a shadowed past, dined with his twin sons, Noah and Nathan. The 9-year-old boys, full of energy, chased a stray napkin caught in the breeze, their giggles ringing out. Marcus barely glanced up from his phone, distracted by a looming corporate deal that had him on edge. The river, sparkling under the sun, hid its treacherous currents just beyond the low railing. A piercing scream sliced through the noise. Noah tripped on the slick stones, grabbing Nathan's arm as they both stumbled toward the water's edge. The crowd froze, glasses clinking to a halt. Zara's heart lurched. Dropping her tray, plates shattering in a cascade of porcelain, she sprinted toward the boys. "No!" she shouted, vaulting over the railing as they hit the water. The icy river shocked her senses, but instinct took over. She grabbed Noah, his small body thrashing in panic, then hooked Nathan with her other arm as the current tugged viciously. Her lungs burned, muscles screaming, but she kicked toward the bank with fierce determination. Onlookers finally stirred, tossing ropes and shouting for help. Zara hauled the boys onto the grass, coughing and drenched, her uniform torn. But as she knelt, catching her breath, Marcus loomed over her, his face contorted with rage. "What did you do to my sons?" he bellowed, his voice a blade cutting through the murmurs. Zara looked up, stunned, water dripping from her face. "I saved them. They fell." Marcus shoved her backward, her feet skidding dangerously close to the river's edge. "Save them? Or push them in for some twisted scam?" he spat. "I know you're kind. Always after a payout, a lawsuit to bleed people like me dry. Low-class trash like you doesn't belong here." The crowd gasped, phones capturing every word. Zara's chest tightened, the sting of his racism raw and unrelenting. "Please, check the cameras," she pleaded, voice shaking. "It was an accident." Marcus sneered, waving her off. "Cameras?" Manipulated garbage from a desperate nobody. He raised his hand, as if to strike, the crowd holding its breath. Would he dare hit her in front of everyone? And what secret was fueling his venomous accusations? Stick around. This story's about to twist in ways you won't see coming. If your heart's racing for Zara right now, take a deep breath. Imagine saving lives only to be vilified, your courage twisted into malice. But hold on, because the tide's about to turn in a way that'll tug at your soul and keep you glued to this story. Just as Marcus's hand hovered menacingly, two small voices broke through. "Daddy, stop!" Noah cried, his voice trembling but resolute. Nathan nodded, clinging to his brother. "Zara didn't hurt us. She saved us from the water." Marcus froze, his hand dropping as shame flickered across his face. The twins, wrapped in blankets, their faces pale but earnest, stepped forward. "We chased the napkin, and we slipped," Noah explained. Zara jumped in and pulled us out. "She's a hero, Daddy." The crowd's murmurs shifted, shock turning to admiration. An older man nearby clapped softly. "That's right, son. She's a real savior." Marcus's shoulders sagged, the weight of his words crashing down. He looked at Zara, his voice low. I was wrong. Thank you for saving my boys." Was his apology sincere, or was there a deeper motive behind his outburst? Zara nodded, still reeling, but a spark of hope ignited. Little did she know, this moment was just the start of a journey filled with emotional twists and hidden truths. What secret from Marcus's past made him lash out so viciously? Don't go anywhere. The truth is about to unravel. Zara stood by the riverbank, her body aching from the rescue, her mind a whirlwind of emotions. The crowd dispersed, their whispers of hero and bravery floating in the air. She glanced at Noah and Nathan, now giggling faintly under their blankets, their innocence a stark contrast to the ugliness she'd just faced. A protective warmth bloomed within her, tying her to them in a way she couldn't explain. Marcus approached, his polished demeanor cracking. "Zara, I owe you everything," he said, his voice heavy with remorse. "My sons, they're all I have." His eyes drifted, hinting at a pain he didn't voice. Zara sensed the story beneath his words. "I did what anyone would," she replied softly. "But your words hurt. They cut deep." He nodded, guilt etched on his face. "Come inside. Let's talk." Hesitantly, Zara followed him into the bistro. The warmth of the restaurant a sharp contrast to the chill on her skin. Patrons' glances followed, some respectful, others curious. At a quiet table, Marcus handed her a hot tea, his fingers brushing hers in a gesture of gratitude. For a moment, the divide between their worlds, wealth and struggle, seemed to shrink. Zara sipped the tea, her thoughts drifting to her childhood in a cramped apartment, where her mother juggled bills and dreams. Her younger brother, now 19 and chasing a degree in engineering, was her anchor. "Family keeps us grounded," she murmured. Marcus leaned in, curiosity softening his features. "Tell me about yours." Zara shared glimpses, her mother's endless shifts, her brother's ambitions. "We don't have much, but we have each other." Marcus listened, a genuine interest sparking. "You're stronger than most people I know." Their talk was interrupted by the manager, Ms. Carter, clipboard in hand. "Mr. Reynolds, the media's caught wind of this. The video's gone viral. They're calling Zara a hero." Marcus sighed, rubbing his temples. "It's overwhelming." Zara's stomach twisted. "Fame? She hadn't asked for that." "I didn't do it for attention," she said firmly. As the sun set, casting golden rays across the river, Zara pondered the future. Doors might open, but so might challenges. Marcus broke her thoughts. "Will you be okay?" She met his gaze, determination shining. "I have to be, for my family, those boys, and myself." That night, as Zara walked home, the river's flow mirrored her emotions, turbulent yet relentless. What if Marcus's apology was a facade? What hidden motive drove his accusation? If Zara's courage has you gripped, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss the bombshell that's coming. Imagine discovering the man who accused you is haunted by a tragedy that mirrors your heroic act. This twist will flip everything upside down. Days later, Zara returned to the bistro, but the air felt different. Coworkers offered nods of respect. Patrons whispered hero under their breath. The viral video sparked debates on bravery, race, and inequality. One afternoon, a woman approached. "You saved more than those boys. You reminded us to care." Zara's chest warmed, but fame's weight pressed heavy. Her phone buzzed constantly. Messages from her mother, "Proud of you, baby," her brother, even strangers. Dressing for work, Zara braced for the spotlight. The bistro was packed, eyes following her. Miss Carter pulled her aside. "Media wants interviews." Zara shook her head. "No, I'm just doing my job." As the day unfolded, conversation swirled. Such courage from someone like her. Strength isn't wealth. Marcus arrived, his face softened. Zara, thank you again. You've reminded me what matters. She replied steadily. I hope it's about change, not just words. Their talk was cut short by news crews, but Zara declined. Walking home by the river, exhaustion mixed with hope. Her life was shifting, uncertain but promising. Weeks passed, and the bistro's rhythm changed. Patrons offered respect, some co-workers envied. Marcus proposed a scholarship fund for kids from neighborhoods like Zara's. It's a start, he said. Zara nodded, hope flickering. I want input, mentorship, not just money. They agreed, sincerity evident. Zara shared community stories, struggles, dreams. In the kitchen, whispers varied, admiration, doubt. Her brother texted, "You're changing things." Smiling, Zara reflected on gratitude versus expectation. But then, a shocking twist. While researching the scholarship, Zara received an anonymous tip about Marcus. Digging deeper, she uncovered a tragedy. His wife had drowned in a river accident years ago, ruled suspicious, with rumors of a scheming worker involved. That's why he accused her. His past trauma had blinded him, projecting old wounds onto her act of heroism. Would Zara confront him? Could she forgive a man whose pain fueled such prejudice? The emotional stakes are skyrocketing. Stay tuned. Heart-pounding? This revelation adds layers of pain, empathy, and hope. Comment below. Could you forgive someone whose trauma led to such injustice? Zara confronted Marcus in his sleek office, the city skyline behind him. Why did you accuse me? It was about your wife, wasn't it? Marcus paled, tears welling. Yes, she drowned. I suspected betrayal. When the boys fell, I saw her death again. I was wrong, horribly wrong. Zara's anger softened to empathy. Pain doesn't excuse what you said. Marcus nodded. I'm committed to change for my sons, for you. They forged ahead, the scholarship program gaining momentum. At the bistro, skeptics lingered. A man sneered. This hero stuff won't last for your kind. Zara held firm. Actions endure. Confiding in her coworker Lena, Zara said, some resist change. Lena replied, you've proven your strength. Zara advocated at community meetings, her voice steady. Pride swelled, but so did responsibility. At a youth center, kids called her a hero. Thank you, she whispered, throat tight. Reflecting home, courage was daily choices. Challenges loomed, but Zara was determined. For her family, the twins, and unseen lives. The city council invited her to a ceremony. Daunted, Zara accepted. By the river, she thought of her mother's sacrifices. Marcus texted, let's expand the program. Hope surged. Dinner with family brought laughter. Her mother beamed, proud. Amid warmth, Zara, new challenges persisted. She navigated interviews, meetings, advocating fiercely. At a girls' workshop, a teen asked, how do you stay strong? Zara replied, know your worth. Your voice matters. Nights by her window, city lights twinkling, Zara felt connected to a larger story. The journey wasn't hers alone. It belonged to every dreamer daring to rise. Just when you thought Zara's path was clear, another twist hits. If you're rooting for her, hit that like button and share this video, because the stakes are about to climb higher. As the scholarship program grew, Zara noticed subtle tensions. Online, trolls questioned her motives, echoing Marcus's initial accusations. At the bistro, a patron whispered, she's just milking the fame. Zara brushed it off, but the doubt stung. Then, a chilling discovery. An email from an unknown source hinted at sabotage within the program. Someone was spreading false claims, threatening to derail the initiative. Was it a jealous coworker, a rival of Marcus's, or something darker tied to his past? Zara's resolve hardened. She wouldn't let her work be undone. She met Marcus at a cafe, sharing the email. His face darkened. This could be connected to my wife's case. Old enemies might be resurfacing. Zara's heart raced. Who was behind the sabotage? Could Zara protect the program and her newfound purpose? Don't miss the next turn. Zara dove into the mystery, meeting with Lena and community leaders to trace the email. Clues pointed to a former business associate of Marcus's, bitter over past dealings. The program's success threatened his influence, and he was spreading lies to discredit it. At a community forum, Zara faced tough questions. "How do we trust this program?" a woman asked. Zara's voice was steady. "By seeing the lives it's changing. Judge us by our actions." Applause followed, but skepticism lingered. Her mother called, sensing strain. "Stay true, Zara. You're stronger than their noise." The words grounded her. At the bistro, a teen recipient thanked her. "You gave me hope." Zara's heart swelled. The ceremony arrived, a beacon of progress. Zara spoke. "This is our promise, to lift every voice, to build a future where dreams thrive." The crowd roared, but Zara knew the saboteur was still out there. If Zara's fight has you inspired, subscribe and comment. What's a challenge you've overcome? The final twist awaits. Zara and Marcus uncovered the saboteur, a disgruntled ex-partner of Marcus's, now exposed and discredited. The program flourished, scholarships awarded, lives transformed. Zara stood on a rooftop, the city aglow below, reflecting on her journey, from a waitress to a beacon of change. Her mother's words echoed. "You're a light, Zara." Lena joined her, smiling. "You've changed us all." Zara nodded. "We rise together." Under the stars, Zara felt her legacy, empowerment, justice, hope. The fight wasn't over, but she was ready, fueled by compassion and courage. What a journey, right? Zara's story shows that courage can spark revolutions, even in the face of prejudice and doubt. If her resilience moved you, hit that like button, subscribe, and share your own story of standing tall in the comments. Where are you watching from? Your voice can inspire someone nearby. Thank you for joining us. Keep shining, keep fighting, and we'll see you in the next story that'll steal your heart.